with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, I'm Haley Potter. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News NOWCAST. State Senator Dan Laughlin says he is exploring a run for governor of Pennsylvania. Laughlin announced today that he has formed an exploratory committee for the run. Laughlin was elected to the state Senate in 2016 to represent the 49th district. The second-term Republican says he draws inspiration from former governors Bill Scranton and Dick Thornburg, focused on things like fixing roads and building the economy. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf has extended hundreds of regulatory waivers connected to the COVID-19 pandemic. The State House and Senate passed a bill yesterday that continues waivers that were attached to the governor's disaster declaration. The state legislature ended the disaster declaration yesterday, so the protections had to be passed separately. The bill signed today allows waivers to last through September 30th. The suspended regulations cover a wide swath of government requirements, including licensing, inspections, and training. And federal regulators say a Baltimore factory can release 10 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The Food and Drug Administration has been investigating the plant. While 2 batches can be released, the FDA says tens of millions more doses can't be used because of possible contamination. The FDA is still studying other batches for possible issues. The decision means that doses made from bulk vaccine can be used in the U.S. or exported to other countries. And speaking of vaccines, our region vaccinated more than 6,000 people over the last couple of weeks. As of today, more than 157,000 people have been fully vaccinated across our region. According to the new data from the state, Erie is the 18th most vaccinated county. Across the region, roughly 50% of adults have been fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. The state says more than 60% of adults have been fully vaccinated in the Keystone State. That's a number that has steadily climbed over the last few weeks, so definitely some good news in the state. For the latest COVID-19 facts and figures, you can always check out our website, erienewsnow.com. And new tonight, Erie News Now is closely following the arrival of the USS Cod, the World War II submarine that will arrive at the Don John shipbuilding next week for repairs. Our Kara Coleman caught up with the folks at the shipyard to learn more about this once-in-a-lifetime job.
Working on very large ships, that's of course nothing new for the folks here at Don John, but repairing a World War II submarine, yeah, that's a bit unique. We caught up with the general manager here at Don John, Rick Hammer, and he took us through the process. What happens once the Cod enters this dry dock?
It'll come in Monday morning. We'll move our gate out of our dry dock. The sub will be towed into position. We'll put the gate back in, and then we'll dewater the dock and land the Cod down on the blocks.
But before work begins on the Cod's massive hull, there's work already happening at Don John to get ready.
We're just getting prepared for the vessel. We're flooding our dry dock and getting our equipment ready to go.
Hammer says they've been anticipating the vessel's arrival ever since he got that call about a year ago.
We got a call from a customer that was interested in dry docking a World War II submarine, so that was quite a shock to us, but we were interested, and you know, this is the work we do, so this is probably once in at least my lifetime opportunity here, so all the guys here are pretty excited, and we're looking forward to it.
Again, the Cod is expected to arrive here at Don John sometime Monday morning, expected to be here for about 6 to 8 weeks. Kara Coleman, Erie News Now.
Thanks, Kara. And at this point, there are no plans for public tours on the USS Cod before it heads back to Cleveland. And the Letty G. Howard will return to Erie tomorrow morning. The ship has spent the past 2.5 weeks getting routine maintenance in Cleveland. Crews conducted an inspection, paint work, and servicing to the ship. The Letty G. Howard's return to Erie marks the return of sailing for the first time since 2019. Public day sales are expected to resume June 25th with special sales for 8 Great Tuesdays in Lights Over Lake Erie. You can find a link for tickets on our website, erienewsnow.com. The Warren County Development Association has been given $15,000 for trail upgrades. The money comes from the American Water Charitable Foundation. The Development Association says they plan to use the money to enhance a 30-mile bike trail system in the Jakes Rocks area. Leaders tell us that the investment will develop the area and provide a boost to local tourism. A few weeks ago, we told you about a local father-daughter duo about to walk across the state of Colorado, all for a good cause and because it's their favorite bonding activity. Well, now they're just a little over halfway there, and we talked to them and got an update. Just to refresh your memory, this is Emma and Dan Peratino whenever we talked to them a few weeks ago here in Erie ahead of their 320-mile walk through Colorado, starting in Wyoming and ending at the New Mexico border. Dan tells us these past 15 days have been quite the experience. They aren't walking as many miles a day as they hoped because it's an adjustment to the climate and how many hills there are. They have had several helpers and people from Erie come and walk with them. But Emma and Dan are the only ones who've walked every step of the way. Dan says they've been stopping daily to share their story and journey with others, educating people while they're doing what they love.
People who are close to us know that this is what we really love to do. But each day we try to meet with some school children or people we come across and just talk to them a little bit about inclusion and about how making families and children with special needs lives a little bit fuller by whatever inclusion means to them.
I will have much more from Dan and Emma's journey on Erie News Now at 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.